Good afternoon and welcome to PlayOnSports.com as we are in Game 2 of the CIF Soccer Championship for the Southern California region. Next up is the Boys Division III final, which will have Sun Valley taking on Animo Leadership. And it should be a heck of a matchup. Both these teams are in the tops when it comes to the state of California. Both are in the top 30 in the entire nation. So we have some talent, and it should be a good one.
Yeah, Sun Valley is undefeated coming into this contest, Andrew, at 25-0, and they're ranked only in the state as 11th, while Animo Leadership it comes into this game 26-2-1, and they're ranked in the state in number 8. So two high quality teams, and as you said, nationally, the Wildcats are 29th, and Leadership is 23rd. So and we're going to have some quality soccer played here this afternoon.
Leadership is the higher seed, so they are going to be in the home white uniforms. And Sun Valley, meanwhile, will be the designated road team. They're in dark maroon and gold trim. And we are just moments away from the start of this one for Division III Boys Championship game. From our view, Animo Leadership will be going from right to left. And we should be getting going here in just a moment. So it should be a great matchup here with, as you mentioned, an undefeated Sun Valley team and being a lower seed coming in as an undefeated.
Yeah, you know, that's always, I think that's troubling, trying to win a regional championship and still maintaining your undefeated season. A lot of pressure on you. Let's see how they handle it here this afternoon.
So underway here. Leadership boots it down, and we'll try to get something set up here in the early going. Just underway. Leadership's Edgar Gonzalez has it near the 25. Gonzalez has the ball knocked away, and Sun Valley comes up with it. Sun Valley trying to find Aaron Velasquez, and Velasquez unable to keep up, and he's coming towards you, Thomas.
Yeah, I got it. I'll head it. I swear to God I will. A little too short for me, though.
That was close. It was right in your vicinity, maybe about 20 feet or so, maybe more than that, I guess. But
yep. Really have to highlight two players for Sun Valley, Andrew. Number 9, Angel Flores, has 33 goals as a sophomore. He plays the midfield forward position and changing between the two. And then number 11, the captain, David Flores, the senior forward with 38 goals on the season.
So play is resumed, ball knocked away, and Leadership will get possession back here. 38-40 left here in the first, just underway as no shots on goal as of the first minute or so.
In between games, I went to grab us some food, and somebody said, nice premiership hat you had on there. So I guess this was what they were in Europe. I don't know.
Hopefully you acknowledge them, so thank you.
I did.
Amina looking for a quick outbreak here as Jesus Gutierrez was the closest one to it, but couldn't catch up, and the ball will be deflected out of bounds. It will stay with the Aztec Eagles. That's a pretty unique nickname.
Yeah, they got probably the longest name I think I've ever seen for a high school.
Animo Leadership Aztec Eagles. And they will have a corner kick. We'll see what the Aztec Eagles can get going here. Kick from the corner, low line drive, and it is going to be saved by Sun Valley, and Sun Valley will hold it here and get ready to boot this one downfield. It looks like Cesar Vidana is the goalkeeper.
Wow, look at this kick he sent downfield. Really sent him on the offense. Nemo Leadership had to get back quickly on defense, and they made a nice job.
Well, our side of the bleachers got the ball the last time. This time it goes on the other side. So some stoppage in play, and this weather is playing tricks on us. It's really hot one second, and then it gets cold the next. Out here in Downey, California. But the players, I can guarantee you can care less what the weather is like right now. Ball knocked away, goes out, and it will stay with Sun Valley. Sun Valley from, obviously, Sun Valley, California, which is just north of Temecula area, on the way over to Hemet and that whole area.
And they got here early. I saw them. They were to our far right while we were broadcasting the first girls game.
And Animo leadership from Lennox.
Nice corner kick. Almost came in. Keeper had to come high up to knock it away. I believe that was Celestino Cruz for the Aztec Eagles that made that save. Nicely done.
Sun Valley looking to get something here. There's a kick. Nice save. As the kick from Oscar Bustos was saved.
Yeah, they worked it into Bustos, and boy, as you said, he put a sharp kick on it. Once again, Cruz cut down the angle and got onto that ball immediately. Nicely saved there by the keeper, the sophomore keeper.
That was some nice stuff there. Bustos put a good kick on it, but couldn't get through.
Here they go in the attack again.
See if they can get something going. There's an opportunity and deflected. As Sun Valley's Aaron Velasquez was there, but a few Animo leadership defenders wouldn't allow the kick to go through.
Yeah, give credit to Captain Frank Duran. He did a nice job first making the tackle and then clearing the ball out.
And there's a kick that goes wide right. Sun Valley keeps possession.
Trying to work their way out of the zone.
Header. And Sun Valley looking to get an opportunity. As Rafael Solario sees it goes out of bounds, but it will stay with Sun Valley. I have a feeling this one's going to come down to the end here. These teams are equally matched, play with the same intensity, very athletic.
Yeah, and really can create their own offense. It looks like any forward from anywhere on the pitch, so be careful here.
So we're about 5 minutes in, a little over 5 minutes, 0-0. Header is saved again. As we're seeing a lot of action.
Nice header there by number 9 Flores that we talked about.
Angel Flores.
And boy, Cruz had to go right between a teammate and an opposing player to make that a save. As there was a lot of traffic in front of him, but great concentration by Cruz.
Yeah, Cruz is showing to be a pretty special save keeper back there. Sun Valley looking to attack again. This Bustos again. Bustos loses control, and he is tripped up. No, there's the whistle.
Boy, Bustos took him down. That was almost like a cornerback in football. He just grabbed the uni and just dragged the Aztec Eagle player down.
There's
nice clear out.
Kick deep into Sun Valley territory, and Nemo has it. It's Juan Ariano. Ariano loses it and it goes back over to Sun Valley as David Lopez has control of it for the free kick at the 30. There's a deep kick. Chasing down. Sun Valley, a little bit of a shove there. No whistle from David Flores. Flores stuck in the corner, and he kicks it out, and it goes to leadership.
How impressive is that? Off the free kick, Flores passed it to himself with his left leg so he could get on his dominant foot, his right. And, boy, great awareness there by Flores, where the defender was, and knowing that he can do that.
And we got some passionate fans here on both sides this championship game. And these two very talented schools, the fans realize the importance here. Pushing forward, leadership has room. There's a kick, and it's good! Goal by Juan Ariano puts Amino leadership on top, 1-0 with 32:45 left in the first half.
Yeah, he ignited that play right from the midfield mark when he gained control of the ball, kicked it ahead to the far outside, and then the streak towards the crease, got the return pass, and boy, he put it right on the keeper high. No chance for him to make the save, and just like that, the Aztec Eagles lead it here 1-0.
That was a beautiful play there as Ariano, the senior. And leadership looking to build on that momentum here. The ball will be theirs in Sun Valley territory. Ball knocked around. Leadership looking to not put the brakes on. They want to keep going. Sun Valley comes up with a turnover. Now they're pushing. Sliding to the ground and a late whistle. And that is going to be, that was David Rivera that was tripped up from behind. And a card comes out. It looks like that's going against Arellano. Not much to the displeasure of the fans. Arellano has to come out. He just scores a goal, and he is awarded the yellow card, so he'll come out for a bit.
Yeah, the fans right next to us from Nemo Leadership are saying, nice acting, because he kind of fell down late. But whatever it takes, they have possession. Now we're on a free kick.
So Sun Valley will try to respond, and the ball was deep inside Leadership territory, but to no avail. Now the Aztec Eagles are going to try to push. They'll lose control, and it goes back to Sun Valley for the moment. And Sun Valley will clear. Noe Flores was in the vicinity, had possession momentarily. Leadership regains it. And Leadership's kick, clear-out kick, is deflected out of bounds. Sun Valley's Aaron Velasquez again in the vicinity, knocks it out. He touched it last.
Quick recap, that was a great free kick by Rivera. Got it inside the crease area. A couple of headers, and the final one was by Duran, the defender for the Aztec Eagles. They clear that ball out of the crease area as Cruz was off balance, and quite frankly would not be able to get that header from the Sun Valley player. That would have been in the crease for a goal. So nice play by Duran, helping out his keeper.
And Leadership will look to add to that as Edgar Gonzalez. Trying to set up the header, but just a little bit too high, and that got the fans up as they know that was close. But Gonzalez is to Victor Benuelos, and Benuelos just couldn't convert.
Well, beautiful setup there by Gonzalez. He had great arc on that kick, getting it towards his teammate, who just headed it just too far away from the keeper.
And Leadership comes up with a turnover. They're going to look to capitalize on it. And wisely, Sun Valley just kicks that one away to have Leadership reset.
Yeah, Tony Soriano kind of caught off balance there, and it really has to cover a wide space right now as Leadership really taking advantage of their advantage here on the pitch.
1-0 to score. Leadership on top early. We're about 10 minutes in as we approach the 30-minute mark. Again, this is in the championship rounds. There's no added time at the end. So once the clock shows 0, that is the end of the half or overtime. There's no injury time or added time added. So just keep that in mind as this game progresses. An opportunity, no. There's Arellano in the mix again. His shot is deflected. That got deep in there, but unsuccessful. And Sun Valley will look to capitalize.
A lot of traffic. Nice play there by Sun Valley to get it out of their crease area. You have to say that the Aztec Eagles are really claiming the advantage in the offensive zone.
Yeah, they're the aggressors at this point. The first couple minutes, it seemed like Sun Valley was going to be aggressing, but they have rarely been down in the past 8 minutes or so.
A lot of physical play now in the middle of the field, trying to gain possession of that ball.
So we hit the 29-minute mark at Sun Valley possession as they're going to throw in near the 35-yard line on the football field towards Nemo's goal. Ball up in the air. Sun Valley looking to come up with a stop. Looking to push for Leadership is Saldana. Chipped away is Jesus Gutierrez. Gutierrez gets it on over to Gonzalez. The header is no good. The second attempt off the side. 2 attempts for Leadership go unsuccessful.
Yeah, the initial was a header to number 6, Gustavo Martinez. He couldn't get to it. Then streaking in on the far outside was Jesus Gutierrez, the captain. And he did get a kick on net, but it just hit the back of the crease. To the outside, obviously.
And Leadership all has it again, and they are attacking. Sun Valley has yet to lose this year and haven't trailed at a lot of times, and they find themselves trailing early here, 1-0, and playing a very tough leadership team.
And you got to believe that that's one of the kind of points here to get them to be aggressive here in the early going is to kind of show them that even though you're undefeated, we're still the better team here on the pitch. And they're trying to justify their standings both nationally and in southern and in the state of California, I should say.
And leadership has possession. Animo looking to get a shot going here.
Well, weaving through two defenders. Nicely done.
David Esparza, the one there with that technique. Now over to Benuelos. Kick from the side is deflected by Sun Valley's David Lopez, and it'll go back to leadership here.
Yeah, came in with the header just to knock it out of play and let them regroup defensively because they did not have the advantage near the crease area.
So waiting to get the corner kick here for Animo leadership. Kick, trying to set up the header. Ball is deflected high in the air and recovered by Sun Valley.
Yeah, Cesar Vidana makes a nice play there, coming high out of the crease and make that play. Look at this kick.
And Sun Valley loses it. Now going the other way is Saldana. Saldana has his pass taken away and now goes on over to Angel Flores.
Great spacing here by the Aztec Eagles to really create a lot of room for them offensively so they can make nice, crisp passes to one another and catch the defense off guard.
We're approaching the 25-minute mark, 1-0. Animo leadership on top of Sun Valley.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here this afternoon? Then tell your school to sign up for Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
I'm Andrew Jensen alongside Thomas Conroy here in Downey, California at Warren High School's Justice Stadium. Beautiful facility for soccer and for football, I'm guessing, too, although I've never been here for a football game, but a good facility here for athletics.
Yeah, and over to the far side of the field, you can see the baseball field also here. So and then I walked by where I parked by the pool area. So very multi-sport facility here on the campus.
Downey in the southern part of Los Angeles County, the very southern part, right on the border of northern Orange County. And a good crowd here for Game 2. There's going to be games here all afternoon. You can catch them here on playonsports.com.
Yeah, what I like the crowds is that they kind of they expand as the match goes along here. So some people obviously getting here a little bit later, maybe not quite knowing this where this high school is. So for whatever reason, they show up, and then there's also a lot of people waiting for tickets outside in front of the high school as well.
Sun Valley looks to get the ball thrown in, and we'll try to get this game all squared if they can convert. There's an opportunity. Ball is deflected high in the air. Can they get a headshot? And there it is, and it's good. Goal, Sun Valley.
Flores, number 9, with the goal as he out-jumped the defender to get that second header in and went past the keeper, and we're tied at 1.
Yeah, that ball was deflected high in the air. It was anybody's ball at that point. It is really who can get the best opportunity, best leap, and the best contact, and Flores put it right through to get this game all knotted up at 1.
Yeah, Edgar Gutierrez for leadership had the initial header off the throw in, and with that, went up high. The keeper tried to go after the ball, and Flores simply out-jumped him and headed it right over his outreach, his hand, basically, and put it into the keeper, or put it into the crease to tie this game at 1.
So Animal Leadership now will try to respond and try to reclaim the lead. They had the momentum and all the aggression up until that last series of events. And now we're all knotted at 1. Flores is credited officially with the goal. As we approach the 23-minute mark, so about halfway through of this first half, and we're tied at 1. And there's Ariano. Ariano trying to lead his teammate. Kick from the corner, and header is a little too high. A great setup, but the header goes over the goal.
Yeah, the header attempt was by Ernesto Lopez, who got in deep, as it was a great lead-in by number 20, Ariano, who's coming in on the far side.
That was a great attempt and inches of taking the lead here for Leadership, but to no avail, and Leadership will get the ball back here looking to attack. Ariano, who has the lone goal for Leadership, has possession. Nice ball movement. Gets the ball on over to Cervantes.
But this has a pace of an MLS game. Yeah. Up and down action. You usually, in high school, at some levels, the play is mostly in the middle of the field as both teams trying to fight for possession. Both of these teams, once they gain advantage, they go downfield immediately and put a good shot on crease.
Well, it explains why both of them are in the top 30 in the national rankings. And we're off again for Leadership. Jesus Gutierrez has it knocked away, but it will stay with Leadership. They're going to hurry up and try to get this thrown in as we are creeping up on the 21-minute mark. Some contact, and there's a late whistle, but it's going to stay with Leadership.
Yeah, Sun Valley saying they were the aggressor and kicked the ball out of bounds. Officials will have nothing to do with it.
So Leadership, Animo Leadership will get a free kick from about the 28. There's a high kick, and it's going to be saved off the header attempt from Sun Valley's keeper, Cesar Vedana.
Yeah, he made a nice play reading it off the head. That was by Victor Benuenos, who's right in front of the keep.
Ball knocked away, and it goes back to Leadership. So right now, Sun Valley having a tough time after that last goal, getting possession. Good pass on the opposite side to Edgar Gonzalez. Gonzalez has it, tries to kick over to the opposite side. There's another attempt for a save by Vidana.
Yeah, no head out, no chance to get a header there as Vidana came out of the crease to make that save.
Frank Duran for Leadership with the header there, saves possession, gets it over to Jonathan Cervantes. Cervantes has it, gets it over to about the 30 before it's knocked away.
Boy, aggressive play by Leadership to gain control of the ball at the midfield mark.
And Leadership right now trying to get that lead back. We're tied at 1 with 19:42 left here in the first. Leadership took the early 1-0 lead, and Sun Valley responded shortly after. And that's where we stand now at 1 apiece. Sun Valley comes away with a takeaway. And knocked away. Goes back to Sun Valley.
Sun Valley bringing it right back into play with a good free throw in. The ball goes in the center of the field.
And saved by Leadership, and they're just going to kick that one away. That was up for grab for a moment. There's a header there.
Duran once again.
trying to get the ball thrown in now. Knocked away, and goes back to leadership.
Both teams not wasting any time. Once they gain possession, they're usually going right downfield.
Ball hit up in the air, trying to save possession. Nice save. Leadership's Cervantes. Ball knocked over to the far side. Edgar Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying to catch up. And it's going to be last touch by Sun Valley. That was Sun Valley's Juan Ramirez who touched that last. So it goes back to leadership, and they're going to hurry up and get this in towards the corner. Corner, no, ball knocked out. It will be a corner kick for leadership. So here they're going to try to get something set up.
You got to believe it's going to be kicked right into the middle of the crease for a header.
Gonzalez with the kick, and the header is whiffed on. And the ball goes back to Sun Valley.
Yeah, streaking defender kind of broke that up. And here come the Wildcats now on the offense.
And they may have numbers if they can get past this initial line of defense. Hustling for it, and leadership will get in the way. That's the best way to put it.
He did.
Cervantes just got in the way there, not allowing Sun Valley to catch up.
Now give credit to Frank Duran because he read it well as he was going to beat Angel Flores to the ball. And he basically, as Andrew said, has got it in his way. It would not let him get around him as he let that ball go out of bounds. And then now back to leadership on the free kick by their keeper.
16:45 remaining in this first half. Tied at 1 between Sun Valley and Anamoa leadership in this Division III boys Southern California championship game. All knocked away. We have a whistle. Is that going to be, yeah, it goes back to Sun Valley. Should be a free kick from near the 40. High kick, header, over to Antonio Soriano. Soriano gets possession again near the 30. And the ball is kicked out of bounds. It will go back to leadership. 16 minutes left to go here in the first.
Pretty fast pace, not a whole lot of action coming out of balls going out of play. And both of these teams want to be aggressive offensively, so if the ball does go out of play, they put it right back in almost immediately. So this was a very well-paced first half.
Ariano has it, gets it on over to Banuelos, and Banuelos is there. He's going to get an attempt. It's saved. Vidana was there with the save, and we have an injury on Vidana.
Yeah, I think he might have gotten the aftermath of the kick into his stomach there as he's laying there. He might have got the wind knocked out of him as the offensive play, Victor Banuelos, came in hard, and he tried to soft kick it over the keeper, could not, and I think his foot went into his stomach, so to knock some wind out of him.
And he's I believe, being helped up. There he goes. It looks like he's going to be all right. He's definitely a guy you don't want to lose, as you saw right there. Beautiful save.
Yeah, and I think his teammates were just kind of joking around with him, trying to get him back up.
And we don't have his official size in front of me. At least I don't.
No, I do not either.
He looks like a big kid over there.
Yeah.
Only a sophomore, and showing very good athleticism for his size.
He looks at least 6'3", maybe 230,
yeah,
235.
He looks like a big boy, and he's definitely showing he's only a sophomore with that size.
Mm-hmm.
Scary. He's going to get bigger and better. So the clock rolling, or excuse me, stopped at 15:04.
Yeah, due to the injury.
Yeah, and they will now restart the clock.
And we also had a player substitution, Anthony Martin, coming in for leadership.
Headbutt by Vanuelos.
Ooh.
Ball is knocked away, and it goes over to leadership. Got some enthusiastic fans.
And they love their soccer. That's a good thing because I think it helps everybody pick up the pace here. And you get the fans into it.
Ball knocked away. It goes out. It stays with Leadership. So Leadership will inbound. That's going to be Saldana. Or check that. That's going to be a Gonzalez. And goes right back out, right back to Leadership. So Gonzalez getting ready to throw in. Over to Anthony Martin, who's checked in.
Yeah, throw in, try to lead Martin towards the crease, but too far of a throw. He couldn't catch up with the ball, and it went out the back end. So free kick coming up for the keeper for Sun Valley.
High kick as Gonzalez comes up with a loose ball. Gonzalez will kick down. And knocked out of bounds is Saldana. Animal Leadership and Sun Valley all squared up at one apiece. 13:22 left in the first. Ooh, someone got kicked in the face there, and I believe that was Saldana, and he's still playing. Or that was Edgar. Edgar Gonzalez got hit in the face. Now he's going to stay down for a minute after taking that hit to the face. So you got to give him credit for continuing to play after the initial hit.
Yeah, exactly, and right. Try to get a little aggressive there, and Sun Valley now will get a free kick with the football markings just shy of the 20-yard line. So everybody's setting up on the far side to the far post. So be aware of that. Possibly a header opportunity over there, or somebody could crawl in here on the near side and take a deflection kick.
Juan Ramirez is going to get the free kick. Kicks towards the goal. Header is going to come up. Couldn't get a good angle at it, so it's going to go back to Leadership.
I think he actually stepped on the end line to try to head that ball. So once he made contact with the ball.
Trying to see who that was. It looks like that may have been David Flores. Or check that was David Lopez. Leadership gets it back, or excuse me, Sun Valley gets it back. Flores had a look. Saved by Leadership. And saved, cleared out. Now looking to push on the other end. Ariano has numbers. Ariano gets it on over to Cervantes. Cervantes beats his defenders. Kick and up over the goal.
Oh, man.
Vidana came in, and then Leadership had a look at it, but kicked it a little too high.
Yeah, Vidana did a nice job cutting down the angle from the keeper position. But what a great pass into the middle, and instead of try to kick it over the keeper, and with his height, he just went completely over the crease there. As that was number 8, Alfredo Lugo Perez, the junior forward for Leadership.
11-13 left here in the first. Still tied at 1 as the scoring opportunities have dwindled a little bit here in the past few minutes. We saw them come in bunches in the early going, and then the defenses have made some adjustments. And as I say that, it looks like Leadership may have an opportunity here. Cervantes over to Edgar Gonzalez. Gonzalez straight away. Nice ball movement. Trying to set it up. Gets it on over to Martin. Martin's kick is saved easily by the keeper, Vidana.
At the last second, he had to switch to his left foot. Not a whole lot on that kick, as it was an easy save for Vidana.
Now Sun Valley trying to get some opportunities. They have the ball inside Leadership territory. Ball knocked away. Ariano comes up with it. On up over to Cervantes. And
push from behind by Sun Valley. David Lopez. Or excuse me, Jose.
It will stay a Leadership ball, but that's all. As the fans here kind of thinking that was a blatant shove in the back. As we are hitting the 10-minute mark now. This first quarter, first half has flew by with all this action. And so Leadership here with Anthony Martin, he'll have a free kick. Or that's not, yeah, Martin set up with the trick. And Vidana comes in and saves it. They faked it, and Martin was the one that ended up kicking.
Yeah, Ariano ran in front of him, and then Martin took the kick. Give all the credit to Vidana because once he realized that on that misdirection, he reacted nicely and tipped that ball away from hitting the top of the outside post.
Another corner kick opportunity. And we have whistles on the head opportunity. I think two players headbutt each other. And they're saying bring out the trainers because, again, anytime there's any kind of head injury at the high school level, they err on the side of caution, and they're going to bring out trainers.
Yeah, we've seen that at pretty much any sport this year. Once you get involved with the head area.
Yeah, they don't take any chances. They bring coaches out and trainers, and even if the player thinks he's okay or she's okay, they still bring out the trainer.
Yeah, and that's been the biggest change, and quite frankly, it's the right change because as more we learn about these head injuries, they can be prevented.
Well, I tell you, as a high school coach myself, I had to take a concussion course and actually pass that and study it before I could allowed to go back and coach. So they're really taking it seriously, and it's about time, really.
Yeah, I have never coached, but I have sustained 2 concussions, and believe me, folks, they are very painful, and you're really unsure of yourself the entire time you're suffering from
And the worst thing about it is a lot of times before now, as now we're getting special attention for these, before they would send the players back out and they weren't properly healed, which makes it worse. It's basically when your brain is being swelled and you're still going out there playing, whereas now they have proper diagnosis that allows people to not get back out there and play.
And that was really the hardest thing for myself was I would feel fine, and then I would go back to practice and then feel like I just concussed once again. So it's I'm loving that we're really learning more about this injury and really getting better information and hopefully come up with better equipment to prevent these from really taking out some of our finer players way too soon.
Well, the player from leadership that was down, he got up and he's okay.
Yeah, he's walking off the
field. That looks like Gonzalez was down, so he's okay. He's walking off on his own power. But the player and we still don't have the number for Sun Valley, is still down.
Yeah, and just watching that play, trying to go through our heads, is I think off that play, on that attempt, he tried to just make a defensive play and probably got his body entangled after getting hit in the head, and it probably landed awkwardly on the turf, and that probably could also be a reason for the injury. He might have landed awkwardly, maybe had a hip pointer or whatnot.
And still down again. We can't make out who that player is as he's being tended to. So 1-1 is our score. 9:06 left here in the first half on PlayOnSports.com.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter, and you can have access to thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. So keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
I'm Andrew Jensen alongside Thomas Conroy on this Saturday afternoon, and it looks like the player is being helped up and getting a nice round of applause from the visiting side here, which is always good to see. And we'll try to see who that player is. From this vantage point, I believe it is Antonio Soriano. So we'll see. I believe it's Soriano being helped out, and good to see him getting up. I want to remind everyone to stay tuned because we will have more soccer for you here on Play On Sports as the day progresses. And we are about ready to resume play. Referee waiting. There we go. We got the whistle saying we're good to go. And here we are. Vidana will kick it in. Just like that, Ariano comes up with it. Ariano to Gonzalez, to Saldana. and knocked away. It goes off of leadership. It's going to be Sun Valley possession. 8:45 left. Saldana had it, loses possession, and it will be White possession. Saldana gets it on over to Cervantes. Cervantes back to Ariano. Cervantes in the middle, down to the 25. Ball is rolling out of bounds. It's going to be Sun Valley possession. As we are approaching the 8-minute mark here. Oscar Bustos. There's an opportunity for Sun Valley, tripped up from behind, and the shot is fired well above. As Flores was trying to get another look at it, but could not convert.
Missed scoring opportunity there for Sun Valley as they try to get the lead.
Off of, looks like Jesus Gutierrez had that one taken off of his chest. Sun Valley has possession deep inside leadership area. Ball knocked away, and it's going to stay with Sun Valley. Clock rolling at 7:22 left in the first half. And the ball is thrown in, trying to get some sort of play set up is Sun Valley, but they cannot. The loose ball comes out to Animo, and they're going to push. They're looking to get an opportunity here, as they had the numbers. As Martin has it. Back to Ariano. Ariano has it knocked away. Nice slide by Sun Valley to kick that out and have a chance to reset. And ball is thrown in. David Flores has it at the 45. Ball knocked away.
Sun Valley now looks like they want to become the aggressor here. And move the ball down the pitch. And they're going to get a free kick opportunity here.
All knotted up at 1. Sun Valley opened up the scoring a few minutes in, and Animo was able to respond. Or check that. Animo opened up the scoring, and then Sun Valley was able to respond.
Ooh.
Ball knocked out, and it's going to stay here with Sun Valley. 5:44 left.
Yeah, leadership, great defensive play to try to get it up the pitch, and it just slipped off the foot of the defender, number 3, Edgar Gonzalez.
Sun Valley trying to clear it out as David Lopez kicks that one towards the middle. Knocked away. Banuelos has it for leadership. Leadership trying to get it inside Sun Valley area. Martin, Anthony Martin has down low. They have numbers. And Vidana comes up and grabs it before any damage can be done.
Excellently played there by the keeper. Vidana came out of the crease, cut down the angle, and then became aggressive and grabbed onto the ball. Ooh.
And leadership will look to respond.
A little aggressive play here inside the offensive zone for Sun Valley.
And Sun Valley's keeper comes flying in.
Ooh, extra kick there by Flores on the keeper. Cruz looked like he wanted to do retaliation, chose better not to. He would have gotten the card there.
And Cruz will clear that out. It gets knocked out. It will be leadership possession as they throw it in near mid-pitch. Breaking free is leadership. That was Lugo Perez, who was trying to break free but lost possession at the last moment.
He tried to lead his teammate in front, could not get to him. That was Jonathan Cervantes.
Jonathan Martinez now Throws it in. The ball is deflected back. Leadership will retain possession, but it's back in their own territory. Clearing now is defenseman Brandon Ramos. Ramos kicks it down into Sun Valley area. Three and a half to go here, first half. Ball knocked out of bounds, goes near the stands, and we'll wait for another ball to come in and resume play. 3:19 left in this first half. Animo comes up with the possession. It's tripped down, asking for a flag, and not getting it is Anthony Martin.
He's got to get back into play. His argument is causing a disadvantage for his team downfield.
And a desperation kick is well above the net, goes out, and it will go back to leadership here with 2:44. Sun Valley's David Parvo trying to get that into scoring territory. Instead, it's Ariano, and Ariano trying to break past the defense. Gets it to his teammate before it's knocked away, and Saldana comes up with a loose ball, so it stays with leadership. They're looking to continue to attack. Ariano has it as we hit the 2-minute mark. Trying to set up Saldana, and knocked away. It's going back to Sun Valley.
Yeah, he had got around one defender, just could not get across that other defender streaking over Tony Soriano, who made a nice play keeping him away from the ball as they let it go through the back crease. Now a free kick opportunity for Sun Valley.
Sun Valley gets it down into leadership area, but only momentarily before leadership gets it back. Victor Banuelos trying to find Ariano, and Ariano loses possession. Down to 1:05 left here in the first, still tied at 1 apiece. Boys Division III Southern California Regional Championship here, Downey, California at Warren High School. Under a minute to go. Ball knocked in the air, leadership able to save it. Jesus Gutierrez gets over to Benuelos. Martin was the intended recipient there, but not able to control it. Down to 35 seconds. And they wisely get it back to their keeper, Celestino Cruz, who's going to kick it deep. 23 seconds. Whistle is blown. Clock will roll. They're going to have to hurry up as the clock is down to 18.
Yeah, hand pass there by Sun Valley, allowing this free kick opportunity.
Down to 12 seconds. And the countdown will begin. Down to 8. And the kick is going to be knocked away there from Noe Flores of Sun Valley, and he'll just boot it out of bounds, and that will do it for the first half. So a very entertaining and tough first half of soccer. We'll come back with the second half in about 10 minutes. We're all knotted up at 1 apiece between Animal Leadership and Sun Valley here on PlayOnSports.com.
should be on now.
Welcome back to PlayOnSports.com as we have started the second half here at Warren High School in Downey, California, between Animal Leadership and Sun Valley. As we are just underway. We're all tied up at 1 apiece in this second half Division III Boys Championship game. Ball knocked out. With 38, just under 39 minutes to go here as we are just underway in the second half. Again, apologize if there's any technical difficulties occurring right now as there's a scrum for a loose ball. A shot is deflected. As that was Victor Banuelos who was with the attempt. Ball knocked in the air. Chasing down is going to be Jonathan Martinez. And knocked away. It's going to be an offsides call going against Sun Valley. So Leadership will get possession. As we are hitting the 38-minute mark. And Leadership will boot that one deep downfield. Trying to catch up, and no, to no avail, was Lugo Perez. Ball up in the air, saved and knocked out of bounds there from Edgar Gonzalez. As Sun Valley will get ready to throw this back in. Sun Valley loses possession. Now over to David Lopez. David Lopez with the hit on the backside and will stay with Sun Valley. Sun Valley throws in. Over to Oscar Bustos. Bustos loses control, and now Animo looking to push. And a collision for the loose ball. We're down. 36 minutes left here as Leadership's Jesus Gutierrez knocked away, out of bounds. And it's going out of bounds. It's going to be Leadership possession. And now we have an injured player for Sun Valley. We'll wait to see who this player is and hope that he's okay. As we have about 4 minutes into the second half, and we have a stoppage of play for the injury. We'll have to wait and see who that player is. I cannot see from this angle. All tied up at 1 apiece in this boys Division III championship game. Still attending to the injured player. And back after the injured player is able to help him to get into his bench. And substitution will come on in. Animal has the ball knocked away. Have possession, trying to catch up with it to no avail is Banuelos. So Banuelos now Banuelos gets it in. And again, I want to apologize if any folks at home are having some technical difficulties with this getting this game on, but working on that now. So I apologize if you have been affected by that, but we should be good to go. And we're approaching the 35-minute mark here in the second half, all tied up at 1 apiece. Ball is inbounded over there. Over to David Esparza. And Esparza is tripped up as Sun Valley comes up with it. And Sun Valley will look to push. It's been a rather sloppy first couple minutes of the second half as we're 5 minutes in, all knotted up at 1 apiece, as I'm joined again by Thomas Conroy after trying to fix our technical issues.
No technical issues, thankfully.
False alarm.
Yes.
Thanks to one of our
hope that wasn't
colleagues.
Hope that wasn't an April Fool's joke he's trying to play on us.
And the ball is kicked out of bounds and will stay here with leadership.
But Will, their support help, did a nice job helping us, so we're all taken care of.
So we'll have another 34 minutes to go here, and we'll see who can get it going. Again, it's been a sloppy first couple minutes of the second half. And save there from Vidana, and we'll kick this deep, and Sun Valley will try to catch up. And they do. Looking for numbers. There's an opportunity for Sun Valley. Kick is saved. Or did they say that went in? One person saying goal. The kick was there by Aaron Velasquez, was the one that had the kick. And it looks like it is going to be a save.
It is. They're ruling a corner kick on the far side of the field. But, boy, give all the credit to that defender for leadership, because the keeper was fooled, and it was a good straight-on kick, and he came out of nowhere to headbutt that ball out of bounds. And we're going to get now a corner kick now to the near side as Solio will take it for Sun Valley.
Yeah, so Solario will do it from the left corner. Ball is in the air, line drive kick. It's going to go over everybody's head and be deflected back to a defenseman. Solario has it again, and he has the ball taken away, and leadership will have possession, I believe. Yes, that is the call.
Yeah, nice play by Ben Wales coming from behind to make that defensive play.
So a lot of action there on that final few minutes of action.
Ooh, nice block. And I finally can give credit to that defender. I didn't see his name. Brandon Ramos, the senior defender, with that tremendous header out of bounds.
So now Sun Valley will try to get another attempt. That was very close to Sun Valley taking a 2-1 lead, but credit Cruz with the save and preserving this tie for the time being. Ball in the air, deflected down. And we have a whistle. And I believe it's going to be Sun Valley ball, free kick. As we're at the 32-minute mark, all knotted up at 1. First game, we had Pauley, the girls' Division III championship game. Pauley defeated Oaks Christian, which seems like an eternity ago. And now the boys' Division III. Another one going over the uprights. As for Sun Valley goes back to leadership.
Ramirez kicked that free kick. I wonder if the wind, because it has picked up since since the end of the first half, and I think that ball sailed on him. I don't think he realized how much the wind was going to play an effect on that high free kick, and it just sailed over the crease on him.
And the ball is knocked out, and leadership's going to hurry up and try to take advantage of Sun Valley kind of being off guard a little bit. They weren't hustling down. Fight for the loose ball, and Sun Valley came up with it momentarily. Now Ariano has it. Ariano loses it, and it goes back over to Sun Valley for the moment.
A give and take right now by both teams.
Oh, now we have another, I believe it's going to be another injury. No.
The official saying, whoa.
Yeah, wait a minute. I saw him continue to play. It's like, what's going on here? But, yeah, they're going to stop play here for the injured.
Yeah, Jesus Gutierrez was still on the turf as number 11, Cervantes, was trying to free kick it.
And it's going to be Ariano with the free kick at about the 23-yard line. So we'll see if he can get something set up here and give leadership the lead again. He's getting the urge on from his fans. Ariano's kick up, and the kick is in! It went through. Vidano had it, but it squeaked right below, and I believe that was David Esparza who got that in.
Wow. What a miscue by Vidana right there. Cesar Vidana, as you said, off the free kick, a lot of commotion in front, kept his concentration, and then at the last minute, probably took his eye off the ball, did not fully look into his hands, and then it just slipped right by him. He was try to get down. He went to his knees trying to get after the ball, could not, and just like that, the leadership Aztec Eagles lead it now 2-1 here at the 29-minute mark.
Annie Moe is the chant out here as their team has taken the 2-1 lead. And Sun Valley now will have to try to respond. And it's Ariano again. Ariano to Esparza, who got credit for that last goal. Now over to Martinez. Benuelos on the corner. Up to Ariano. Ariano trying to attack. Ariano showing some nice footwork. Setting up Esparza. Esparza gets it inside the scoring area and knocked up in the air, and Sun Valley is just going to try to get this free.
They just want to get it out of the zone, and that's what happened right there. A good kick out to regroup there by number 11, David Flores, the forward coming back to help out. But as you said, great footwork by the forwards and the midfielders of leadership, and they almost had another scoring opportunity on the keeper. And I think that's what they want to do. They want to pepper this keeper while his spirits are down.
Benuelos cannot get it to go. He had his man beat, but kicked that one a little too high. And they're going to say, I believe it was deflected Sun Valley, so it's going to be a corner kick.
And you were right, David Esparza is getting credit with that goal. He just got it from the official scorer, so Esparza, number 23, the junior midfielder, with that goal.
And here he is again. That's Ariano trying a headshot. And that's Martinez. The shot is in. No! Off the side of the post.
Great play by David Lopez. He blocked the initial shot from the outside the scoring zone. And then inside deep, pinpoint effort as Vidana made a nice stop there on number 4, Benuelos.
That was close. And Benuelos, another opportunity, and Vidana this time a lot easier of a save, but it's been very action-packed the past few minutes down here in the leadership zone. 2-1 the score, 27-21 left. Again, no extra time, no penalty time, and injury time, or whatever you want to call it, as time will be done at 0. So the Sun Valley has 27 minutes and 11 seconds to try to tie this game up and possibly extend this game. Fight for the loose ball. Oh, there was a nudge there by Sun Valley. And I think they got it.
Yeah, Angel Flores, he is hot. He wants to go right after that official. His teammates get in front of him now he's going to get a card. And that has to be for his actions after the infraction was called. He goes, he showed tremendous displeasure with that call.
I think it was the right call. You see, there was a clear and blatant nudge that affected the play.
I think the only thing I could say about that would be it wasn't called right away. It was after he took about 3 steps after he took away the ball. But I agree with you. It's the right call.
It's one of those things in basketball where they're not going to call it, but if you fall down late, then they have to call it. There's a free kick. Oh, goal for Leadership. They take a 3-1 lead.
Wow.
And I believe that was Jesus Gutierrez. I believe. We're waiting for.
There he is right there, number 7.
Gutierrez gets credit for the goal, and all of a sudden, Leadership has opened up a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and what a great play right there. Again, off the free kick. A lot of misdirection in front of the crease to keep the keeper off balance, and Gutierrez, as Vendala made his initial move towards the initial striker, slipped it over to Gutierrez, who had an open crease, and put it home. And just like that, 3-1 now. And Nemo Leadership, Aztec Eagles lead Sun Valley Wildcats.
And we're going to have another stoppage in play as we have a couple players that tumbled to the ground. And the player from Sun Valley hops right up, and that's the keeper again. Vidana, who was down earlier with an injury, is down again. So we're seeing a lot of...
No, that's Cruz
Cruz down,
for Leadership.
And Cruz is down.
And you know what? This might hurt. This might be a disadvantage for Leadership because I think right now you want to get going. You want to get...
Well...
You want to put more balls on this keeper right now as Cesar Vidana. He let in that one miscue, and then right there getting caught out of position. And right on the spot, the captain, Jesus Gutierrez, for the third goal of this game.
Well, if you're familiar with football, American football, the Super Bowl, with the stoppage and play, so to speak, according to you, changed momentum.
It did.
And they didn't want that to happen here. Leadership obviously had the momentum with 2 quick goals, and I still dispute your claim on that. But 26 minutes to go, and all of a sudden Sun Valley finds himself down by 2 goals.
But don't count Sun Valley out. Remember, they have the Flores brothers with 38 and 33 goals respectively, and Angel already has 1 in the game. Look for David, the senior captain, to really now up his effort here and get more in tune with the offense as here he comes downfield.
And there goes Leadership looking to attack once again. Ariano is cut off there. Nice defensive play by Jose Cuevas. Ariano getting yelled at by his fans over here to pass it as he was trying to do maybe a little bit too much. The fan says it best right there. Don't let up.
Yep.
3-1 lead. Still plenty of time for a team that hasn't lost all year long.
Yeah, they're very aggressive right now, Leadership.
So Sun Valley, though, trying to get momentum back as it's clearly on the side of Leadership at the moment.
Boy, Flores just powered the midfielder off that ball, trying to get it ahead.
Ball knocked in the air. And Sun Valley trying to come up with it, trying to get some momentum back. And almost over the head of Sun Valley, which would have led to an uncontested attempt for Leadership. And now we have a whistle and a free kick, I believe, will be coming up.
Yeah, Banos was in on deep, and here comes Sun Valley now, getting aggressive once again.
And Sun Valley needs to. They need to get some momentum back here, is because the vast majority of this second half has been played on the other end of the field. You got to credit Leadership for not allowing for their defense being very stout in the second half.
Oh, David Flores does again with a great tackle, knocking that ball away from a leadership player.
And Sun Valley, as Cruz won't allow the attempt, as Cruz comes flying out and jumps on it, not allowing any kind of ricochet.
Have an injured leadership player, but right there when Flores made the tackle, he tried to get a little bit ahead of Aaron Velasquez, just could not get it to him as Cruz cut down the angle from the keeper's position to make the save for leadership.
And we're still attending to the injured leadership player. The clock is stopped at 23 minutes and 30 seconds here on PlayOnSports.com.
We'll have live coverage of basketball from around the country in March as we hit the section and state championships. March Madness will reign around California and beyond as we'll bring you action from one end of the country to the other. So join us in March for championship basketball coverage brought to you by your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
I'm Andrew Jensen alongside Thomas Conroy, which has been an action-packed day of soccer here at Warren High School as we are still attending to the injured leadership player. Not sure who that is as of yet.
Still on his back.
Until we can't make out a number there. And he's being attended to, and now he's able to sit up, which is a good sign.
Yeah, real good sign.
So,
might have just got the wind knocked out of him, hopefully.
So a reminder that we're going to have 2 more games live for you here on Play On Sports. We'll have the boys Division I and the girls Division I. I believe the girls are next. The girls tip-off. The kickoff around 3:30.
Yes. And then approximately 6 o'clock for the boys D1 final.
And our colleague John Henry will be doing the broadcast on that, although I haven't seen him yet. So.
It's around here somewhere.
And still attending to the player in Sun Valley, using this time to get stretched. So they don't want to let any extra time go by. And the player that was being attended to is going to make his way over to the bench. Let's see who that is. That might have been Brandon Ramos. And Ramos is holding the back of his neck. It looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Good to hear. As he might hit that turf, like we were talking about the concussions earlier. He might have hit his head and kind of lost where he was a little bit. So hopefully he'll be all right.
And we're about ready to resume play after the injury timeout.
Good free kick out to the midfield now as Sun Valley gains control, now trying to move up into their offensive zone.
Knocked away, fight for the loose ball. Nice pick up there by Benuelos. And it will be a leadership possession. So Ariano hurry up and gets the inbound. He's using some footwork. Kick over to the side to Esparza. Esparza, who scored a moment ago, loses possession of it, and it goes out of bounds back to Sun Valley.
Yeah, it didn't look like he realized that Ramirez, the captain of the defense for Sun Valley, was right there next to him.
So 22:41 left.
As they called an infraction on leadership, so now we'll get another free kick. And this time Juan Ramirez will take it.
As the wind is picking up.
It's almost time to put the jacket on.
It's been a whole different variations of temperatures here this afternoon. Loose ball, it's going to stay with Sun Valley, so they're going to have to take advantage here. They have the ball in leadership territory. They've had very few opportunities the first part, I should say, of the second half. And they're going to have a chance here, and they need it. They trail by 2. 3-1 is your score. Leadership on top of Sun Valley, and a free kick coming up here.
Yeah, David Flores will take it. Well, right next to him also is no Flores, so we'll see. And it is going to, nope, fake. And the other Flores, David takes it and
wide
just
left.
misses it, yep.
And it goes out. It's going to be leadership possession, so they still have the 2-goal lead. And we're approaching the halfway mark of the second half. So action-packed match thus far between these two very talented teams, both of them ranked in the top 30 in the nation.
Still plenty of time left for Sun Valley to get something going here. We're just shy of 21 minutes remaining in this contest.
Ball knocked out, goes back to leadership.
I think everybody, including the crowd, was kind of stunned with that 2-goal outburst by leadership here in the second half.
Fight for the loose ball near.
Oh, great save by one of the leadership players on the far side to keep it in.
And it's going to go now to Sun Valley.
Yeah, once he kept it in, I think he touched it while his back foot was out of bounds.
Sun Valley trying to get something going. Ball at the 30. Sun Valley possession. Again, Sun Valley in their dark uniforms, the maroon with gold. And leadership, the designated home team, in their white uniforms. And Sun Valley loses possession, goes to leadership. Leadership looking to run. They have numbers. It's Lugo Perez, and he loses possession of it on the corner. It's going to be a corner kick. No, it's going back to Sun Valley.
Yeah, I don't think Sun Valley touched the ball as Ramirez was coming in on defense, and Perez tried to get around him, but never lost it because the defender kicked it away from him.
And we'll see as we're under the 20-minute mark, 19:35 remaining. Sun Valley going from right to left on our view here. And we're waiting to get this kicked in as the clock is rolling. About 15 seconds rolled off before they resume play. Ariano in the mix, loses. Esparza tracks down the loose ball. He's going to reset.
A lot of contact in the middle of the field with both teams trying to fight for possession.
And we have a whistle, and I believe that's going to go Esparza with a hand check there. And that will lead to a free kick. Booted down. And Sun Valley trying to get at least a shot attempt off. They've had a hard time getting looks in the second half. Ball knocked out of bounds, goes back to Sun Valley. Sun Valley had possession. Ball knocked in the air. Benuelos will see if he can get something going. Over the head. And a shot and goal! Give the credit to Alfredo Lugo Perez. 4-1. Animo leadership with a commanding 3-goal lead with 18 left.
Well, just like we've been talking all game long, they have been ultra aggressive in the neutral zone, getting into the offensive zone, and right there, it shows right there, David Esparza, the midfielder, takes advantage, takes the ball away from the Wildcat midfielder, then sees a streaking Perez coming in on the far side to the far left as he's coming towards the crease, gives him a perfect pass so he could do something with it, works his way in the middle of the offensive zone, and then kicks a sharp one back to the left post to get it past the goalkeeper Vidana, and now a commanding 3-goal lead for Amnio leadership Aztec Eagles over the Sun Valley Wildcats.
Animo leadership has scored 3 goals in the past 22 minutes. We're tied at 1 at halftime. Coming out in the second half, it was a sloppy start for both teams, but then after the first couple minutes, after they kind of got their kinks out, leadership has dominated.
They really have, and then now it's really for this undefeated season to have any promise to staying. Right now, the Wildcats have to get better defensively, not creating so many scoring opportunities with the forwards going one-on-one with the keeper. They're going to have to get their defense back, and more importantly, their midfielders are going to have to be ultra aggressive now in the neutral zone to get the ball ahead into the offensive area.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They really haven't had any offensive looks in the second half. They're trying for one here, but turned over. They had a bright opening, but closed up pretty quickly there. And again, going down the other end is Anthony Martin. Martin has the ball knocked out near the corner. And who touched it last? And I believe it was off Martin, and Sun Valley will get possession with 17 minutes left. 4-1. So Sun Valley is going to have to get something going in quick, but based on what we've seen the first 23 minutes, not looking good.
And the yellow card now has just been put on Oscar
Bustos,
excuse me. Looking at my roster, couldn't see him. So he will now have to go to the bench area as he'll get a replacement onto the field.
And time a factor. Clock is stopped at 16:53 after that yellow card. Now we'll stop rolling again as Cervantes loses possession. And numbers, a chance for Sun Valley. And no.
Offside.
Offside's called as David Flores was above the rest.
Yeah, he got in the offensive zone a little bit too soon in front of the ball. And that's why they called offsides.
And they're just wasting time. As the fans here for Animal Leadership are giving David Flores a hard time because he was kind of nonchalantly not giving the ball back to Leadership. And they're yelling, hey, it's your time. You're the one that's trailing. These fans are getting into it, right? Uniquely sitting right in the middle of the stands out here, so we get a kind of fans' perspective. Another opportunity, goal! As Anthony Martin gets the headshot. And this game has blown wide open, 5-1.
You saw that coming if you're from our perspective. As again, after the free kick, after the Flores, problems with the keeper off the free kick, the initial free kick from the crease area, then Leadership gets the next free kick and they kick it to the far left side of the crease, where the defense really did not box out, and then that, as Andrew said, that ball came in front, and Anthony Martin put it home easily from the forward position. And it's a blowout, folks. 5-1, Leadership all over Sun Valley with a little over 15 minutes to go in the game.
Well, I want to know what head coach Sergio Medrano said in the locker room, because we were all tied at 1 apiece, and all of a sudden, 25 minutes later, we have a 4-point differential, 5-1. So Anthony Martin gets credit for that last goal with that header. And right now, things are looking awfully bleak. With 15:15 remaining and trailing by 4, when you really can't get any kind of decent looks offensively, a miracle is pretty much going to be needed at this point.
Yeah, and the amount of breakdowns that are going in the defensive zone has to irk the entire coaching staff of Sun Valley.
And Leadership comes up with another turnover. Ariano looking to push and add to that lead. Ariano, nice move. That's Martin. Oh, we have a whistle.
Offside.
Oh, that was close. They're trying to get something set up here.
Sun Valley moving it ahead, trying to get something going.
That's Esparza. It's hard. It's going to be hard. We're going to have to pick a player of the game and really take your pick.
Right.
Close your eyes and pick someone on the roster, and you have an argument. At this point, I think, obviously, there's still a lot of time, but I think, if the game stays the way it is, Juan Ariano has really kind of been the catalyst a lot of this. He has a goal, or you can give it to Esparza. Esparza scored the goal that really kind of separated the two.
Here comes another opportunity.
Kick is behind the goal there. That one was for Edgar Gonzalez.
Yeah, he tried to make a circus kick towards the crease and came woefully short. But again, another good scoring opportunity as he got behind the defense once again. Not a lot of good defensive reads here by Sun Valley.
Hitting the 13.5-minute mark, 5-1. Division III Boys Championship game. Animal Leadership out of Lenox, California, and Sun Valley from Sun Valley, California. Both teams in the top 30 national poll And here's Ariano. Ariano looking to make some more noise. Nice pass to Martin. Martin's going to have a look, and it is deflected. Nice save from Vidana. Another opportunity is good. This time Ariano gets the goal. And the wheels have coming off. 6-1.
I mean, Vidana looks like one of those ducks you see in a shooting gallery at a carnival.
And you feel bad because he had a great save just right before that goal.
Right.
Just deflected the wrong place, and Ariano was right there.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. Martin came in, again, on a breakdown on defense, took a good, waited patiently, took his time, set up the keeper perfectly with a good, strong shot that he made the save on. Couldn't gain control of the ball, came out in front, and as you said, Ariano with his second goal of the game. Again, just put it with the open crease on the far left side, put it in there. 6-1 now. Leadership all over Sun Valley.
Yeah, this has gotten out of hand as the clock rolling now at 12:45. But right now, talk about the wheels coming off quick. They played such a great first half. And something happened, some kind of an adjustment made by Coach Sergio Medrano that really changed things because Sun Valley, A, can't get any good looks, and B, they can't stop the penetration and aggression of leadership. So the clock winding down here with 12 and a half to go. And wow, that's all I can really say.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just shocking to everybody. I mean, obviously not to the leadership fans, but to the rest of us.
Another chance, and just wide right. As Anthony Martin had another opportunity, but just wide right.
Yeah, he went around two defenders perfectly and just did that little soft kick roll to try to get it out of reach after Cesar Vidana made his move towards him as he came out of the crease. Was a little bit aggressive there, and he thought he might have hit the back end of hit that post on the right side, just could not get it. And but that would have been a spectacular goal there, too. This is one game where you don't want it to be audio only because the visual here is amazing with these offensive players.
And leadership has a lot of seniors on this team, so a lot of their key guys playing their last game, but at the same time, a lot of key guys coming back next year. David Esparza, only a junior. Another attempt. Martin fires it through the upright for an extra point.
And now he's on the ground. Looks like in the blocking attempt, possibly one of the Sun Valley players got his leg up high on him.
Well, looking at this roster, Ariano, their midfielder, he's a senior. He's going to be gone. They're losing Edgar Gonzalez, one of their better defenders, a senior. Anthony Martin, we're calling his name a lot in the past few minutes. He's a senior. But they do get their goalkeeper, Cruz, only a sophomore. He'll be back. Esparza, a junior. He'll be back. So some key pieces coming back, but also losing some key pieces is leadership. Yeah,
you could possibly say here, how do they do this? How do they upend Sun Valley, 25-0, ranked 11th in the state, 29th nationally? How did this happen? Well, I think it's just a good blend of young and old. You got your senior leadership and then your underclassmen. It's a good mix, and they played well today, and they really wanted to make a statement here, and they have.
On the other end, Sun Valley, Vidana, the good goalkeeper, although he's given up 6 here, but he's a sophomore. He'll be back. He's shown signs of being really good. He's kind of had a bad second half here, but that's not obviously he went undefeated, throughout this year, so he's definitely doing something right. So he'll be back. And then you got Angel Flores coming back. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah, and he scored a goal in today's game, the lone goal for Sun Valley.
Solario's getting some key playing time. He's a sophomore, and he'll be back.
Here comes another scoring opportunity for leadership.
Kick and save. I believe that was Gonzalez with the kick, and Vidana right there to knock it out of bounds as we have under 10 minutes to go. 9.5. 6-1. All leadership the second half. Yeah. That's putting it lightly.
Jonathan Cervantes, aggressive, came inside as he made a move from the far end of the field and got it across to Gonzalez for that shot attempt.
Vidana's going to throw it in. And leadership will get it again from out of bounds. 8.5 to go. I think I'm losing my voice a little bit from yelling goal so much in the second half.
Well, you had 7 here, and then in the first game you had about 5. 6 in the first game, 4-2.
I've gotten my goal on. Not too bad if you got me on the field, on the pitch out there doing that. It would be a different story. I'd make a fool out of myself trying to do what these guys are doing. Some great athletes out there, some great players. As we are approaching the 8-minute mark. Sun Valley right now just playing for respect. Continue to play hard. Try to get a goal here and there, but this
is going to hurt because, with both teams being evenly matched and quite frankly in both rankings, both state and nationally, and to come up with this type of an egg is going to hurt for a little bit.
Well, and on the other end, it's going to help Animo leadership because you figure they're ranked number 23 in the nation right now, and they're putting on a shellacking against the number 29 team. That's going to boost their ranking. And I'll be curious to see where they end up.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Probably Monday, maybe late Monday, Monday afternoon.
My guess would be 15-ish in that range.
Right.
As it's going to be a corner kick for Sun Valley here with 7:20 left, and we'll see if they can at least get something. Whistles will stop play.
Some type of infraction in the pile-up in front of the crease with the multiple players. Trying to cause some interference there, possibly for number 11, David Flores, leading goal scorer for Sun Valley with 38 on the year.
Header is going to be knocked out of play towards the left side, and they're going to say it was last touch by leadership.
Yeah, I think that's the correct call. I think Duran, one of the defenders, hit the ball as it was rolling away.
So they'll go retrieve that, which is going to take about 30 seconds or so off the clock before play resumes. And they're going to kick from the corner.
Kind of stunned. I'm looking over at Sun Valley's bench. Kind of a stunned group right there.
When you think about it, they haven't felt defeat this entire year, as they have a header there that's saved easily by Cruz.
Yeah, there. Nice header by Angel Flores. Excuse me, Andrew.
But they haven't felt defeat all year, and now all of a sudden, not only are they losing, as we have an injured player, Martin, right in front of us. And he's arguing. That's Sergio Hernandez arguing with the officials, saying, look, he's acting a little bit. And there's the red card.
Sergio Hernandez just got a red card. And I don't know what he did. He just questioned the call. Wasn't really making outward gestures towards the official. He was just talking to him.
Well, he may have said something that
the magic word, maybe. Yeah.
Because it didn't look like anything too out of the ordinary. And now the referee is signaling to the referee that he was talking. The clock is stopped at 6:01.
So the junior is going to walk off the field, and they'll have to find a replacement for him. Priority has come onto the field.
Yeah, Sun Valley is going to have a...
And that kind of is the candle on the cake right there. I mean...
Sun Valley have a long trip back to the Inland Empire as they're heading back over towards Riverside area. Another scoring opportunity is going to be picked up there easily by Vidana.
Yeah, nice save, and he clears it out beautifully.
And we'll see if...
Good lead for David Flores. Let's see if he can work his magic in the final game as a senior. Like to see him put something on the board, even though it's in relatively garbage time, but you like to see him just finish out his career with one goal in the championship.
High kick.
Yeah, that's out.
Kind of looked like a rugby kick there.
That's number 69, Osvaldo Vega. took that kick.
I think he came in to replace
Hernandez,
and you can tell he might be maybe a little bit rusty there. That didn't look the cleanest.
Yeah, he didn't have time to warm up, actually, and they won't give it to you coming off the bench. So,
yeah, I don't think the referees are going to
give you a little warm-up time.
Sure, take a couple minutes.
Under 5 to go here.
So this one's going to go to Animal Leadership, who has dominated the second half.
We just had the Coach K announcement. Please do not storm the field.
I wouldn't be surprised if he put in words all across the country and stop that. So much pull.
Showing your love for Coach K.
I respect Coach K. He's a great coach, but I think that's a little bit sore loser, man.
Here comes a card for Vega. So
yellow card.
He didn't stay on the pitch too long.
He got in for about 2 minutes, and he's going to have to take a seat.
I think that role is, if anybody's familiar with hockey, I think that was the goonsman role right there. Yeah. Try to get a little physical with the opposing squad.
I didn't see what happened in a hockey game the other day, but I heard, I forget who it was, Toronto or something like that, put one of their rarely used players in the opening tip just to start a fight.
Yeah.
And cause a big brawl.
It happens frequently in hockey. That's their sole purpose, is to get aggressive, and it happened the other night in Toronto.
So 4:21 left here as we're waiting for play to resume after that stoppage.
Yeah, Luis Cabrera now coming in, number 23. Good header.
And saved easily by Vidana, and he's just going to.
It was Martin again with another great scoring opportunity.
And we have some new players in the game for Leadership, getting some extra playing time. Marvin Parra, who's checked in. Steven Campanato.
Good for them.
Getting some playing time with this game all wrapped up. Kick just over, and that was Campanato, who just checked in, the senior, and almost got a goal right off the bat, but to no avail.
Ooh, we got a dislocation right in front of us. I just saw it.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I just saw the.
Yeah.
His arm is not supposed to bend that way, and.
3:34 remaining, and who that looks like it's
number 27,
Francisco Meza, who is, that didn't look very pleasant.
Yeah, I just saw it, and it's hard to describe, but his wrist is bent in a different direction than it normally should be, and he is hurting.
Hey, I'm not looking at that as he walks by. That's not good.
Folks, that is the definition of a broken wrist. So he'll be walked off the field, and
whoever says soccer's not a rough game doesn't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, and I didn't even see the incidental contact between him and the opposing player.
Yeah, soccer it's tough. When people say there's non-contact sport, they have no idea what they're talking about, because there's bodies flying around and wrists hanging down the way they shouldn't be, and everything else.
Finally, the card comes out that will take him to the doctor to him. Oof. As they will head off. Get some nice x-rays.
So the clock is stopped at 3:34 while they put him on the cart. And
he is hurting. Oh, my God. Feel bad for the kid because he was really hurting. And we're back to action.
3:21 remaining as Leadership is going to let the reserves get some PT here. And another thing, you hate to see that happen with only 3 minutes left in the game.
Yeah,
the season.
That's tough.
And now he's going to be out for quite some time, you got to imagine.
Yeah, I mean, he won't be able, like you were saying earlier in our first game,
club
soccer is very important to these youngsters to develop their skills, and his skill level is going to be hindered for approximately 8 to 10 weeks.
Yeah, that looked not pretty.
Minimum 8 to 10 weeks. It could be more.
So 2:45 left. You always hate to see the injury, but, I mean, to see it happen in the last game of the year, in the last couple minutes, away from the play.
Here comes Martin again, coming in deep.
And Martin's having himself a great second half. And trying to set up his teammate there but couldn't get him was Campanato. And it's going to roll out of bounds. Yeah, my original player of the game vote was going to be Ariano, but now Anthony Martin has really been all over the place.
Hasn't he? He really has. I mean, I agree. I'm trying to think, but boy, Ariano has 2 goals. He's the only one on their squad to have 2 goals.
And he's the one that opened up the scoring of this whole barrage. He had that one in the first half when this game was still tight. You know, it was one apiece before the wheels came off for Sun Valley.
Ooh!
And that would have been pretty sweet. As who was that trying the flying kick?
Trying to get his number if you just turn around and help us out here.
Yeah.
We'll see him coming up here.
If that would have converted, that would have made some highlight reels. 1:38 left.
I think that was Jesus Gutierrez, the midfielder captain.
And leadership boots the ball backwards. It's going to eat up another 20 seconds or so while the ball is retrieved. 1:28.
Senior. That's pretty much a given that they keep him on the pitch to enjoy this victory.
Well, we're going to have some night matches here pretty soon. Soccer under the lights, always a good time. It seems like the energy is always maybe a little bit higher when it's at night for whatever reason. Kids love playing under the lights.
Yeah, they're getting ready.
So the boys D1 and girls D1 games are going to take place.
The girl
shortly.
D1 participants have shown up here, so they're getting ready. Under a minute to go here. Just the formality. But the Aztec Eagles are going to be your D3 champions. Well-deserved victory.
Go over to Campanato. And another attempt is saved.
Another shot.
Another one and saved there by Vidana. And down to 20 seconds left, and the leadership bench is already up and chanting.
Nathan Yepes right there with that last shot. As that clear out goes all the way out in front of the leadership bench.
And that's pretty much going to do it. 5 seconds. And that's the game, folks. Animo Leadership wins the Boys Division III Southern California Championship after dismantling Sun Valley 6-1. And a game that was tied at 1 apiece at the halftime break turned into a clobbering in the second half.
Yeah, great effort. As you said, it was a 1-1 game. It was very well contested. I thought both teams played very evenly in that first half. But as you said, whatever was said in that locker room really paid off, because that's when the Aztec Eagles took advantage of it. I mean, David Esperanza, Anthony Martin, Alfredo Lugo Perez, Jesus Gutierrez, Juan Ariano, they all scored here in the second half and really dominated play and really was ultra aggressive in the neutral and offensive zone, taking full advantage of the midfielders, creating multiple advantages downfield, and really keeping that goalkeeper for Sun Valley, Cesar Vidana, off balance and really peppering him with a lot of shots and thus creating a 6-1 win.
You got to give Sun Valley credit as well. A great season comes to an end, undefeated up to this point. Played a great first half, and then things just got out of control there in the second. But they played a great season, and they have some key contributors coming back next year, so you figure they're going to be a team to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I think right now they're just going to be really dismayed because an undefeated season went for naught, and you lost your last game of the year, and that's always disheartening for any squad.
Well, that will do it. We're going to step aside. We'll take a break.
Wait a minute, our player of the game.
Yeah, good point. I was getting ahead of myself there. Juan Ariano, our player of the game.
Right.
With 2 goals, got the scoring going, and really was the catalyst. Anthony Martin would be my close second.
I agree. Ariano is our player of the game.
So congratulations to Animo Leadership coming down from Lenox, California, winning the Southern California title. And we'll look to see where they move up in the national polls next week. For Thomas Conroy, I'm Andrew Jensen saying good evening. We'll see you next time on PlayOnSports.com. They just went ballistic in the second half. That team's good, man. Three. Two last night.